Is this thing on? Is everybody here? How's everybody doing today? Right now, we're just waiting on the queue to fill. We're at 9 out of 12. So we should get started with the stream very, very shortly. Thank you for your patience. Definitely appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. Dang, we got 5 people up in here already. LFG. LFG. You guys are all awesome. Sorry, just responding to some stuff on Discord. We're at 9 out of 12 right now. Let's do a little bit of refresh, and then we'll tell you guys what we're doing and where we're doing it at. I'm very amped for this draft. Yesterday's show was really fun and really awesome. I enjoyed learning from somebody who's won and placed first place, and I've been literally drafting all day trying to like apply this strategy. So I'm pretty stoked about it. I'm pretty amped about it. This should be awesome. But before we get into all that, let's talk about what we're doing and where we're doing it. Right now, we're doing the Drafters $3 mini. We're queued up. There's still 2 spots to enter. If you want to join, we'd love to have you. So it's a $3 buy-in on Drafters Fantasy Sports. First place gets $30,000. There's $200,000 in total winnings. The other tournament that we do every Monday on our stream is the Drafters 2 million. It's a $20 buy-in. First place gets $300,000. There's 2 million in total winnings, which is pretty cool. It is in best ball format. Best ball is the most convenient way for you to draft. You have 20 rounds to fill your roster for depth. Each week, a starting lineup is composed of the following positions: 1 quarterback, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, and 1 flex. At the end of the week, the best overall performances on your roster will be submitted in your weekly matchup. So no more leaving points on the bench, no more waiver wires, no more trades, none of that garbage. Sign up today using promo code DiscoDrafts1 and get up to $100 match with your initial deposit. Friendly reminder, all transactions are done in US dollars. Drafters is available in Ontario. That's where we're drafting from, and it's legal in all other or it's available in all other legal sports betting provinces and states. And I'm glad we got that out of the way and it's all taken care of. And let's just check where we're at right now in terms of the queue. We're just going to refresh this. So I think my biggest takeaway from yesterday's stream and speaking with Bernie was essentially to know your drafts, get volume in your drafts, but also make sure that you're getting exposure, not just with the players that you've drafted in the past, but to players who you haven't thought about drafting. It's not all about drafting your favorite players all the time, especially in these big best ball tournaments where there's hundreds of thousands of entrants and opposition. It's about being unique, and being unique means you have to find a way to stand out with your roster construction and roster build. The draft is filled and we're ready to roll. So let's just pull that up. All right. Our good friend Nick S is drafting from the 101. What's up, Nick? You in the chat? Our awesome buddy Snowman 089 is at the 103. We got the 106. Angry Alpha's at the 110. And Jonesy One Kenobi's got my favorite spot to draft, which is the 112. Jonesy says, here we go. What's up, Jonesy? How's your day been going? Have you been applying any of the stuff that we picked up yesterday from Bernie and from the stream at all? I know you draft all day, buddy. So yeah, I'm just wondering if you applied any of that. I just realized that I don't have the draft on the screen. It's just me in the corner. What a dummy. All right, thank God I fixed that. Nick Stevens says, about time I got a 101. Yeah, Yeah, I'm glad. I'm happy for you. I really love drafting at the 112, but the good thing about the 106 is you're constantly on the board and constantly drafting. So you're never really going to wait too long. So there's not going to be a lot of time to fill. But yeah, I see that there's a guy named Log Trap in the Discord. I wonder which one he is. Just let me open this up. The draft should be underway shortly. Uh, Okie dokie. Where did you guys go? I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm not the most technologically sound human being. Like I am terrible when it comes to technology. Oh, Logan Turpin, 109. Have you subscribed to the channel, Logan? We'd greatly appreciate it. We'd love to welcome you to our Disco Ball Nation. I think everybody's saving themselves right now. We usually have like 8, 10 people filling these lobbies with us. Tonight we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including yourself. So, welcome to the Disco Balls. And yeah, pretty awesome. Jonesy said, only did one draft today. Biggest takeaway was when building stacks, don't always do the obvious, change it up with some less obvious stacks with lower ownership in case it hits. All right, we're on the board. The goal today and the theme today that we're going to go on is drafting players we do not have a lot of exposure to and also trying to get some unique correlation. So Travis Kelce, especially in the first round, I hate drafting him in the first round, but with the conversation that we had yesterday and the stream that we had yesterday and the new knowledge we have, our goal is to get as much unique correlation, not just with Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes stacks, right? Because everybody and their mom has a Travis Kelce and Mahomes stack. Yes, it would help to have it, but it would make more sense to get unique off of getting Travis Kelce and exposure to Travis Kelce with other players that aren't commonly drafted with Travis Kelce. So I have something in mind. I have a strategy in mind that I'd like to accomplish. And if it hits, I'll let you guys know and I'll pat myself on the back. But if it doesn't hit, whatever. We'll pivot, we'll digress, and we'll move on. Logan Turpin says, I'll subscribe right now. Thank you for your subscription. We do greatly appreciate it, buddy. We draft every night, Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to join us, we'll tell you guys when to queue up in Discord, on Twitter, all that good jazz. We love getting better with the community. We love when our community grows, and every now and then we give away a couple of tickets, a couple of drafters, 20 million or $2 million $20 entry tickets. 20 million would be sick. What's the underdog tournament at now? It would be sick. It would be sick. We got 7 people up in here. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? All right, let's catch you guys up on the draft. We'll do that after we make our pick. After we make our pick, we'll catch you guys up on the draft. But I realized today I have 15% out of my 74 coming on 75 drafts. Just in the mini, I have 15% exposure to Jamar Chase, which is pretty dope. Snowman said 1 ticket per giveaway is reserved for me, though. God, like, I love the fact that you are winning these tournaments or these giveaways. We'll take Garrett Wilson. This is a very unique start for us. This is a very unique New York start for us. I like it. I love the fact that like you always win, but like I wish I was able to give it to like a Knifey or a Jonesy. Not saying that I'm angry that you got it. It's just it's nice when we could spread the wealth, and it's not like you're hurting on drafts. You're at 143 minis. How many drafters 2 millions do you have, Snowman? Asking for a friend. Jonesy said, I want to start pairing Kelsey with all the top 5 to 6 QBs. Everyone does Kelsey Mahomes. I feel like it won't give an edge anymore. So I'm not even like, in terms of today's draft, because there goes Mahomes. In terms of today's draft, I'm not even thinking about like which quarterback to go with Kelsey. And if it works for me, and I get the value that I was hoping to get, I'm going to have a very unique start that not a lot of people have. And I'm very excited for it. But we'll see if Nick S. or Snowman snipe me on the way. Snowman says, think I only have about 620s. Yeah, I'm saving them for Mondays and for when this one is totally filled. And the only way to draft would be on the Drafters 2 million. My problem with drafting on the Drafters 2 million, other than it being a $20 buy-in, damn it, Lindsay sniped me. I wanted, sorry guys, I wanted to go with that Mark Andrews and Travis Kelce start. That would have been a very unique start, but we'll pivot. We'll digress. It is what it is. I think that is a very unique way to start. And since I didn't get it today, I'll be gunning for it tomorrow if the ADP and the draft picks make sense. But yeah, Snowman said also Wilson 5 picks past ADP is crazy value. Yeah, absolutely. We'll catch you guys up on the draft. Logan Turpin says I have done about 40. Oh, we're on the clock. I'll catch up with you in 2 seconds. All right, this is the Breece Hall week. We're trying to get as much exposure to Breece Hall as we possibly can before he goes bonkers and starts going off late first, mid second. So I like the value of Breece Hall here. I like our start. It's a very different start than what I'm used to. Logan Turpin says I have done about 40 Best Ball Mania drafts on Underdog. Just found this Drafters app and really like it. Seems like people draft differently on this app. Well, I think the biggest difference there's 2 huge differences between Underdog and Drafters. The first one is Underdog. Most of their tournaments are, especially Best Ball Mania, since you've done 40 of those are tailored to, like, you have regular season awards, and then there's playoffs. Like, you can win money in the playoffs as well. Like, it's essentially 2 different fantasy seasons in one tournament. Whereas here, it's best overall performances for every week, or for the first 17 weeks. So it's just like, there's no head-to-head matchups. It's just simply like who has the best overall, most high-scoring team out of all of drafters in both of these tournaments, which is pretty cool. So it is a little bit of a different strategy, because you don't necessarily have to prepare for like the playoff schedule whatsoever. You just draft the best possible lineup, and bye week implications are, I would say, more important here on drafters than it is over there. And I believe on Underdog you get 16 or 17 rounds, whereas here it's 20 rounds. So if you decide to go quarterback late or tight end late, you can go like 4 mediocre quarterbacks or 4 mediocre tight ends, and hope that your spike weeks balance out. But yeah, I will say the one thing that I want to see on drafters, that like Underdog has, and if it's not this season, hopefully it's next season. But the one thing that I want to see on drafters is the preseason player props. Because, like, I know Jonesy's crushing it over there on Underdog, just putting $100 every other minute on like these parlays, these props. I would love to see that. I'm very excited for the pick'em in the NFL season. I am. All right, we'll go with DJ Moore. This month has been the Breece Hall and DJ Moore month. So far, I think our draft is off to an incredible start. This is a very unique lineup. I'm not going to buy the tools that Bernie talked about yesterday until I have 100 $3 minis done and 25 drafters 2 million. So come August, I'm going to be doing like way more drafters 2 millions. I just want like some training camp news. I want to know who's hurt and who's healthy, and once I have more of a clear picture, I know I'm going to miss out on certain values based off of ADP being absolutely broken. But I'd rather get that value in the $3 mini now and take those risks and gambles in the $3 mini than throw away 20. And 20 American is like 26.11 right now in Canada. So it is a pretty penny. I haven't won any of these big tournaments before. I did crush it last year in terms of my DFS. I don't know if you guys know this, but before we were big draft energy, we were big DFS energy, and we're going to continue to have big DFS energy within the season. But redraft leagues, we cleaned up last year. We were in 10 leagues. We won 4 of them, finished second in 3 of them. So we cleaned up. And the leagues that we finished second in was because 2 of the leagues we finished second in was because Stephon Diggs and Jamar Chase didn't get to play in week 17, which really sucked. But I'm glad DeMar Hamlin's okay and everything's going well with his recovery and his health is clearing up. Knowing Snowman here, he's probably going to snipe me from a stack that I really want. And if he doesn't snipe me from the stack I really want, I don't see anybody else snagging it from me. But he already has Jalen Hurts, so it makes sense for him not to go with that snipe. But he's also very petty. So we'll see what he does. He has 7, 6, 5. Brandon Ayuk, interesting. Is the receiver value that hurting? We'll catch you guys up on the draft after we make our pick here. I know I've been saying this since the draft started. I'm just kind of rambling on. We got 7 people up in here. What's up? What's up, everybody? Joe Burr. All right, please do not take who I don't want you to know. Thank God. All right, we got our Justin Fields, DJ Moore stack. I'm loving this lineup. I'm really loving our hot start. I don't think I've seen any start like this. And yes, I am the best at modesty. Yes, Donald Trump does not have anything on me when it comes to being the best at modesty. If there was a competition and an award for the most modestest human, yes, modestest, because I'm modest enough to create my own words, then I would win. I would win. I would be first place. Donald Trump would be runner up. All right, so Nick has started the draft off with Justin Jefferson. Then Jamar Chase goes off the board. Cooper Kupp goes to Snowman. Then CMC. Then Tyreek Hill. At the 106, we grab Travis Kelce. Then A.J. Brown. Then Austin Eckler. Our new buddy, Logan Turpin, grabs Stephon Diggs. Our good buddy, Angry Elf, grabs CeeDee Lamb. Bijan Robinson goes. Jonesy Kenobi finishes off the first round with Amon St. Brown. Starts the second round with Devontae Adams. Then Jalen Waddle goes off the board. Angry Elf grabs Nick Chubb. Turpin grabs Tony Pollard. Jonathan Taylor goes off the board after that. Then Saquon. We get Garrett Wilson in the second round. He fell 5 picks past ADP. Thank you. I'll take that every single time. Then Devontae Smith. Then Chris Olave. Snowman grabs T. Higgins. Then Patrick Mahomes. Nick S. finishes off the second round with Derrick Henry. Starts the third round off with Ramondre Stevenson. Then Mark Andrews. We were really hoping to get some Mark Andrews correlation, but I'm okay with getting some like Mark Andrews and Travis Kelce would be an incredibly unique build. So then Mark Andrews, Snowman grabs Jalen Hurts, Josh Jacobs, Josh Allen. We get Breece Hall, then DK Metcalf, then Amari Cooper. Turpin grabs Keenan Allen. Angry Elf grabs Deebo Samuel. Najee Harris. Jonesy finishes off round 3 with Calvin Ridley. Starts off round 4 with a nice double stack with Christian Kirk. I like it. I like your start a lot here, buddy. Then Lamar Jackson, Angry Elf gets Jerry Jeudy. Then Jahmyr Gibbs goes to Turpin. DeAndre Hopkins, TJ Hawkinson. We grab DJ Moore. Joe Mixon, Drake London. Snowman grabs Travis Etienne. Christian Watson. Nick S. finishes off round 4 with Terry McLaurin. Starts off round 5 with Mike Williams. Then Deontay Johnson. Snowman grabs Brandon Ayuk. Joe Burrow. George Kittle. We grab Justin Fields, so we get that stack with DJ Moore. We're up next, so we'll catch you guys up from Justin Fields. All right. We'll go with J.K. Dobbins. I can't rationalize taking any of this wide receiver value over J.K. Dobbins, especially since Dobbins is available. So I'm okay with that pick. We're going very balanced right now. Let's see what you guys are doing with your drafts. So off the rip, Nick S has Justin Nick S, by the way, guys, like he is the handcuff god. He knows how to get handcuff value. So when you see him coming up and these handcuffs are around the bend in the later rounds, don't let him have what he did last time when he drafted with us, because that was one of the most unique, awesome drafts I've seen in a really long time. So he's got Justin Jefferson, Derrick Henry, Ramondre Stevenson, Terry McLaurin, Mike Williams. Snowman's got Cooper Kupp, T. Higgins, Jalen Hurts, Travis Etienne, Brandon Ayuk, Cam Akers. This looks more like a Snowman draft than yesterday. We got Travis Kelce, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, DJ Moore, Justin Fields, J.K. Dobbins. I really like our start. I love our start. Turpin, the new beast, the new disco ball. He went ahead and grabbed Tony Pollard, Keenan Allen, Jahmyr Gibbs, Justin Herbert, Hollywood Brown. It's a good start. I like the stack correlation. I'm assuming you're gonna try to snag Gerald Everett or like a Joshua Kelly or a Joshua Palmer later on. So we definitely know that you're betting on the LA Chargers this draft. Angry Elf goes with Nick Chubb, Deebo Samuel, Jerry Jeudy. Nick Chubb in the first round? This has got to be the second round. Okay, yeah, I'm just reading. Okay, so yeah. So he got Diggs in the first round too. Okay, I like the way Turpin's drafting. So Angry Alpha went CeeDee Lamb, Nick Chubb, Deebo Samuel, Jerry Jeudy, Treylon Burks, Tyler Lockett. Super wide receiver heavy. We know that he's got to start getting positions elsewhere. So that's one guy we don't have to worry about snagging more wide receiver depth. And if he does keep drafting wide receiver depth, I would be very curious to see how he does with the rest of his draft. Jonesy Kenobi, he starts his drafts pretty much the same way almost every draft. All right, we need a wide receiver here. We'll take Quentin Johnston. I know that Turpin probably would have liked Quentin Johnson. There's a reason why I didn't mention him. I was hoping that he was still available, and he was. So Jonesy grabs Amon St. Brown, Devontae Adams, Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk. So 4 solid wide receivers start. Trevor Lawrence, so he's got that stack going for him big time. So look for him to get maybe Evan Ingram later on, potentially Zay Jones and Tank Bigsby. And then DeAndre Swift. So expect Jonesy to grab 3 or 4 running backs coming up. So yeah, we'll catch you guys up from when we took Fields. After we took, we got some chats. Our new buddy Logan says, grab Pollard early to try to get that unique build in the beginning. Yeah. I wanted to consider getting that thumbnail correlation today, but I'm okay with getting Garrett Wilson at the value that we got Garrett Wilson, because I think Breece Hall and Tony Pollard are both going to be top 5 running backs this year. And if I can get a top 5 running back in the 3rd round with the 30th overall pick, I'll do it every single time. I like it. So after we take Justin Fields, Kenneth Walker, Aaron Jones, Turpin grabs Herbert, Angry Elf gets Burks. I need exposure to Burks, man. I really want to get Burks because he's in such a unique situation where he's literally the only guy. And then the second wide receiver is probably Nikeen, Westbrook Akina. Yeah. Trevor Lawrence is the last pick in round 5 to our good friend Jonesy. Jonesy starts off round 6 with DeAndre Swift. Michael Pittman, Angry Elf grabs Lockett. Turpin grabs Hollywood Brown. Jahan Dotson, Kadarius Toney. We get J.K. Dobbins. Mike Evans. I think I'm going the wrong way here. I might be. Mike Evans. No, I'm good. Alexander Madison. Snowman grabs Cam Akers. I like that pick, buddy. George Pickens. Round 6. Nick S finishes it off with Jackson Smith and Jigba. Great value. Then starts off round 7 with Jordan Addison. So back-to-back rookie wide receivers. Pretty cool. Pretty unique. Damian Pierce. Dallas Goedert goes to Snowman. Gabe Davis. Montgomery. We grab Quentin Johnson, then Kyle Pitts. Deshaun Watson. Brandon Cooks goes to Turpin. Angry Elf grabs Miles Sanders. Rashad Bateman. Jonesy finishes off round 7 with Isaiah Pacheco. Starts off round 8 with James Conner. Told you he was going to go running back heavy. I know my Jonesy. Then Anthony Richardson. Dak Prescott goes to Angry Elf. Rashad White goes to Turpin. Darren Waller goes after that, and we're all caught up. Then Elijah Moore, and we're back on the clock. We'll grab. See, part of me wants to grab Zay Flowers, but I already invested in a rookie wide receiver, and I don't like having more than one rookie at each position on my team. I know it's a weird rule. I don't like it. So Cortland Sutton, somebody who we don't have much exposure to, I generally hate the pick. And every time I get Cortland Sutton, I kind of cringe. But if he's our wide receiver 4, I'm okay with it, simply because he is in an improved situation with Sean Payton and Russell Wilson this season. So hopefully we can see some good performances and spike weeks from Cortland Sutton. And we're going to take a sip of water because we're parched. So 2 running backs we were really eyeing were Samaje Perine and A.J. Dillon. Can't get enough exposure to those guys. They go back-to-back. So after we take Cortland Sutton, Antonio Gibson goes off the board, then Zay Flowers. Snowman grabs Michael Thomas. Then Samaje Perine gets taken off the board. Nick S. finishes off round 8 with A.J. Dillon. Starts off round 9 with Kirk Cousins, and we're all caught up. Once again, guys, if you guys don't know what we're doing, get with the program, okay? We're drafting right now on Drafters Fantasy Sports. It is available in Ontario. We're doing the $3 mini. First place gets $30,000. There's $200,000 in total winnings. The other best ball tournament that Drafters does have is the Drafters 2 million. First place gets $300,000. It's a $20 buy-in. There's $2 million in total winnings. It's best ball format, and it's the most convenient way for you to draft. You have 20 rounds to fill your roster for depth. Each week, a starting lineup is composed of the following positions: 1 quarterback, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, and 1 flex. At the end of the week, the best overall performances on your roster will be submitted in your weekly matchup, so no more leaving points on the bench, no more waiver wires, no more trades. If you sign up today using promo code Disco Drafts, you get up to $100 matched with your initial deposit. So that's dollar for dollar matched with your initial deposit. If you are drafting from Ontario and Canada, friendly reminder, it is we'll get James Cook here. This draft is going tremendously. So friendly reminder, all transactions are done in US dollars, so American currency. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, it's a hell of a lot of fun. It's not a mock draft. This is a real draft. There's real implications. We drafted yesterday with somebody who won one of these big tournaments. He won $30,000 in one of his tournaments. He finished first place. That was on another site that's not available. They left us, so we're not going to give that site any clout. But we learned a lot of good, valuable information. One of our disco balls, who's currently gone to the cottage for the week, he won these first and second in one of these tournaments last year. So it's very possible to win if you are consistent and you get good value early on. We're coming to the point where August is coming, and we're going to have a lot of information about what the hell's going on. And hold on, this is the guy who thinks it's mock drafts. Yo, what's up, Colin? Yeah, it's not mock drafts. Friendly reminder. But yeah, like we have a couple of guys who won a significant amount of money last year. Like I'm pretty sure Jonesy won over $1,000 last year just drafting here on Drafters. And yours truly, I'm putting it out in the world. One of our lineups is going to win first place in the $3 mini, and one of our lineups is going to be top 10 in the Drafters 2 million. I'm putting it out there. And we're going to have a lot of lineups finished with some money. So I'm looking forward to cashing that check, to banking it in, and being one of those guys who said, I told you so. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be very awesome. Logan Turpin says you're sniping my players like QJ and James Cook. Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't see your name on it. Finders, keepers, double stackers. Damian Harris. So we got a nice double stack correlation with James Cook and Damian Harris. We know one of them. So once again, when we talk about our double stack theory, we know that we're lowering our season and it are lowering our ceiling. And we know that like it could be a bad thing to lower your ceiling. But if you get, I got 3 running backs out of 4 with week 13 bye weeks. It's okay. We'll pivot. But if you get 2 players who are featured to start and should start, and it could be any one of their weeks, then it makes sense to draft the 1A, 1B rooms, right? So whether it be like wide receiver, like you saw Jonesy do that at wide receiver with Calvin Ridley and Christian Kirk, and they paired it with Trevor Lawrence. I wonder if there's any other double stacks that I haven't really caught. We try to get at least one double stack, whether it be wide receivers or running backs every draft, and at least one stack every draft as well. So, Logan Turpin says, do you consider stacking outside of QB like double wide receiver or wide receiver, running back? Yeah, we love the idea of having a stable raised floor at one position. And we like the idea of pairing that with a different stack, whether it be quarterback and running back, or sorry, quarterback and tight end, or quarterback and wide receiver. We like having a nice double stack and a stack. So we got James Cook and Damian Harris as one of our double stacks, and we also have Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers as one of the stack. And then we also said, hey, we're going to take Breece Hall as well. So this is a very unique draft for me. I will say that I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. And I also think with this build, we don't need more than 2 quarterbacks. We don't need more than 2 tight ends. I think we're doing awesome. Jonesy said, I thought you were clicking Rodgers with that Wilson and Hall. I wanted to, but if Rodgers fell to me in round 11, I would have much rather have him at that value and get a double stack and a stack than reach on him and pass on a guy like Damian Harris. He says, now you got him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See, there's a method to the madness. Even though Mark Andrews went way earlier than he usually goes, and our goal was to get Travis Kelce and Mark Andrews to have like a really unique start. I like what we're doing with our team here, because Travis Kelce, without a Patrick Mahomes stack, yes, you're not doubling up on the points, but drafting Travis Kelce naked, not like without clothes, but without a stack, get your head out of the gutter. Drafting him without a stack is also very feasible, because you know that like week in and week out, he is a very high volume performer and very consistent. So we have a very safe start and very unique start here. I'm loving this draft. And I know I say this is my best draft every draft, but this is up there. This is up there. It's my most unique draft. Yesterday was unique, but it was also shit. It was a bad draft. I'm redeeming myself. I'm trying out this theory where I'm trying to like remember what I had, in all of my previous drafts, and just trying to get best available that works within my roster construction, but also stands out in a unique aspect on the overall spectrum of drafting on Drafters Fantasy. Also, great news. We made another pick in our slow draft. Yay. It's going so well. Let's look at our lineup on our slow draft. We got Joe Burrow, Bijan, Jonathan Taylor, Calvin Ridley, DJ Moore, Jahan Dotson. Yeah. And in terms of like using the draft IQ tools, I think the best format to use it would be in a slow draft format. Now, 8 hours is like excruciating, but I think like that's the way you can get the most out of the draft IQ tools that Spike Week provides, is by doing it in a slow draft. All right, we're back on the board. So we're gonna get a second. All right, I'm gonna pass on Darnell Mooney. I hope he comes back around the bend. And I'm gonna pick Chig Okonkwo. That way, I know I'm good at quarterback. I know I'm good at tight end. I can just stack running back and wide receiver value for the rest of the way. I'm hoping to get anywhere between 9 to 10 wide receivers. Um, so I like this is a very very balanced draft. I like what we're doing here. Hopefully we can get more. Oh no, Darnell Mooney goes literally right after we say that we're gonna hope that he comes to us next. It is what it is. We shall pivot and adjust. We always do. Jonesy said yesterday's draft was very strange. Mine started very weird, but I made up for it later on, getting Green Bay stack with Love, Dobbs, and Musgrave to add to Watson. Yeah, that like. So I'm gonna say this: Kurt Bernie, he knows his stuff, but he needs to redeem himself because the draft he had yesterday was atrocious. That was bad. Like, and if that's the draft that wins, all the money in the drafter $3 mini, I'm retiring because I will never ever draft a team like that. And like he admitted himself, like he was so focused on describing the tools and being on the stream. So I'm looking forward to beat Kurt, to Bernie getting on one of these drafts with us, even if he's not on stream, and redeeming himself in terms of like his actual drafts, because we know he's capable of having like an insanely good, productive draft. So, Bernie, we're calling you out. We want to draft with you again, and we want to see what you can really do when you're not distracted talking about all the fun tools you have to play with. All right, let's talk about. I don't even remember where we left off. It was probably Justin Fields, and I'm not going all the way back there. So it is what it is. So we can talk about what happened after we took Chigo Zimo Konku. After we make this pick, all right, this guy's quickly becoming one of my favorite picks at this value. DJ Chark, do. He gets faded every year, and he always has like some stellar spike weeks every year. So redraft format, not really a great pick, but best ball format, yeah. You at this value, you got to get DJ Chark because there really is no true number one there. Everybody's saying Jonathan Mingo, and I got a lot of exposure to Jonathan Mingo. Everybody's saying Adam Thielen, but like as Bernie says, dude's dead. And then DJ Chark. I love DJ Chark. I love the potential. Like I'm not expecting consistent huge numbers from every week and volume performances, but I am expecting a lot of spike weeks from him, like he did last year and the year before that and the year before that. Jonesy said, I think having a separate stream or video for tools would have been better than doing that during a live draft. Everyone was distracted. All good. Well, like I would. So I think the best way that I can explain the draft I had yesterday, and it wasn't a terrible draft. It's just not a draft I would typically do. Is like if I'm learning something, the best way to like cement it in my mind is to implement it the whole way through. And I tried to implement it the whole way through. And it like I'm not satisfied with how the draft looked, but it was a very sound team. It was a very solid draft all around. We had good value at almost every position. Tight end, we fell off. Quarterback, I think we did okay, but yeah, it wasn't our best work, but it wasn't our worst work. It was unique, and it was us trying to apply things we learned right away into an actual draft. So it was cool to learn and apply it as we went on. And like as I said, man, I'm forever trying to improve as a human being, and I'm generally passionate about this. Clearly, I've gone, all in about this, and I'm putting myself out there for scrutiny and whatnot in terms of like drafting and saying we're going to win. So as much knowledge as I can consume and apply on a daily basis, I'm going to do it. And I thought that was super cool. But yeah, I even told him afterwards, I was like, you need your own channel. You need to talk about the stuff that you talked about on our stream and more, because like you have so much to offer, and he just doesn't have time. He's a new father, and I mean, I don't think he needs the money. 130K, and he clearly knows what he's doing in terms of his financial investments and whatnot, because he did discuss that yesterday. So yeah, all in all, it was a super cool experience. Let's look at running back value real quick. All right, we're gonna reach on Chuba. I know Roshan's there, and it would make sense to have that correlation, but Roshan is also week 13. So week 13 is going to be horrible for us, and week 7 is going to be weird for us. So this is a very interesting draft. I like it. I think our only thing is like bye weeks at every position other than quarterback and tight end are affecting us because no, we don't really. Yeah, we got a little bit of bye week conflict here on week 7 as well, but it is what it is. I'm not losing too much sleep. Uh, as I said, I love the way this draft's going. It's a very unique draft. So we'll catch you guys up from when we grab DJ Chark. After that, Matt Stafford went off the board. Jaden Reed, guy who I love, but I have way too many shares of at this point. Turpin gets that Gerald Everett correlation, that stack that we alluded to earlier. So it's good to read the room. It's good to know what people are going to do. Angry Elf grabs Tajay Spears. We're back on the board. We're going to grab Hunter Renfro, a guy who initially I didn't really want too much exposure to, but like if he has a great season in round 15, why not, right? So after Angry Elf grabs Tajay Spears, Dalton Kincaid goes off the board. Jonesy finishes off round 13 with Adam Thielen, starts off round 14 with Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Then Kenneth Gainwell gets taken. Angry Elf grabs Paris Campbell. Turpin grabs Jonathan Mingo. Then Jordan Love. Then Isaiah Hodgins. We grab Chuba Hubbard. Then Jawan Johnson. Then Taysom Hill. Then Roshan Johnson goes to Snowman. So Snowman goes Tyler Algier, Roshan, Donta Foreman. So he got a little bit of a double stack from our Bears correlation. That's pretty cool. After he takes Roshan, Kenny Pickett gets taken. I love Kenny Pickett this year. Nick S finishes off round 14 with Rashid Shaheed, starts off round 15 with Tyquan Thornton. Then we find out that D. Lindsay, 10, is a Laporta supporter. He drafts Sam Laporta. Now, guys, I want you to know that, like, I'm not, like, bullish on Sam Laporta. I just love the name. Like, that's all I like. I also think he's in a good position to have a couple spike weeks, but, yeah, I'm not that bullish on Laporta. You'd be shocked if you saw my exposure to him. Snowman grabs Donta Foreman. Alec Pierce, Marvin Mims, we get Hunter Renfro. Then Raheem Mostert, Mike Gesicki, Turpin grabs Kurt Samuel, another guy who I think is very slept on. Then Chase Brown goes to Angry Elf. Ty Chandler goes after that. Jonesy Wankanoe finishes off round 15 with John Mechie. Then he gets another good stack correlation with CJ Stroud. So that's pretty cool to see. Maybe he will be gunning for Robert Woods because it makes sense to get some sort of double stack correlation there. He did get Dalton Schultz as well. But yeah, do I believe Robert Woods is dead? I think he's close to it, but I still think he's a pretty decent value. Tim Patrick gone round 16. Let's see if that guy has any. So he has Javonte Williams. Yeah, so there's not much correlation with that pick. It's a weird one. All right. We'll go with Mecole Hardman simply because we're already very invested in this New York Jets offense, and Mecole Hardman screams spike week. So hopefully, if Lazard doesn't become the deep ball monster over there, then Mecole Hardman can finally perform the way he should perform as a speedster. So I think Aaron Rodgers and Mecole Hardman connecting, it's not going to be a consistent thing, but when it does happen, it's going to be spectacular, and I want to capitalize on that as much as possible. A guy who I'm thinking about wanting to get more exposure to, but I'm not going to do it on this draft because like I have way too many Jets, and I do need to like kind of raise my ceiling by getting exposure elsewhere at this point is Corey Davis. I don't think Corey Davis gets enough respect. Like, he's played with some terrible quarterbacks in the past, and the fact that he has like one of the best quarterbacks to ever lace him up in Aaron Rodgers there in New York now, it's a great value. It's a great value. It would have been cool to see Elijah Moore with Aaron Rodgers. That would have been neat, but that never happened. So after Jonesy grabs CJ Stroud to start off round 16, Tim Patrick gets taken. Jacob Ferguson, guy who I have no exposure to, but I would be interested in getting him moving forward now that I know what I know. He goes to Angry Elf. Turpin grabs Ezekiel Elliott, then Gus Edwards. That's the guy who we were looking for. I'm wondering where. Oh, James Ford went to Angry Elf. Okay, or Jerome Ford. So after Gus Edwards is taken, Darius Slayton's gone. We grab Nicole Hardman, Khalil Shakir, Robert Woods. We're on the board. We'll catch up after that. All right. God, week 7 and week 13 is like killing me right now. Week 7 and week 13 is horrible for me right now. All right. We need to queue up some running backs. I'm not going to go with Israel Abanaconda because I already have a double stack. I'm not going to go with Zonovan Knight because I already have a double stack. So we're just going to queue up some guys who we like in the very end of the drafts. I think it's cool that they finally gave some rookies some pictures, but like if you're going to give some people pictures, why don't you give them all? Yep. And here. Just queuing up. I know you guys can see my queue, but there's no way you guys are going to snipe all of them. So whoever's available, we'll grab them. And we'll be very happy with it. I think I can queue up a couple more guys. All right, I'm good. I had no idea. Did you guys know that Trent Sherfield went to Buffalo? I had no idea he was there. I like Trent Sherfield as well. So I'm going to start looking to get some Trent Sherfield and Josh Allen stacks very soon. Oh, also, today's a very happy day. It's our 4-year anniversary of us adopting my baby boy, Kobe. It's my black lab. We named him Kobe Bryant. It was the craziest impulsive buy story. Like I'll tell you guys what happened. So the night before we got Kobe, my then girlfriend, now my wife, were at dinner, and I told her, I was like, you know what, babe? I don't care what happens. Tomorrow, we're getting up super early and we're getting a dog. She's like, what the hell are you talking about? I said, I don't care what happens. Tomorrow, we're getting up super early and we're getting a dog. And then it was a Friday night. So Saturday morning hits and I'm up at 6 a.m. And I wake her up. I'm like, you ready to get a dog? And she's like, what the hell's happening? She's like, okay, I'll talk about anything you want to talk about, but you got to buy me breakfast. So I took her to a restaurant here in Ontario called Cora's. Shout out Cora's Breakfast. So good. And, as we were eating, I'm explaining to her, this is my dream. Okay. My dream is to like take a stack of cash, go to one of those malls or one of those stores that has like the dogs in the windows, the puppies in the windows, and say, I'm rescuing that one. That's the one. That was my dream. I always wanted to do that. Even when I was a kid, I said, I'm going to grab a stack of cash. And I'm just going to pay for the dog cash and like walk out like a boss. No, boss move, right? So I withdrew a bunch of cash, not knowing what kind of dog I was going to get. We go to the one store in the city that has it. And it was about a 30-minute drive away. And they had a bunch of like little like Labradoodles and poodles and just dogs that like don't like, I'm not going to say that don't interest me, but it wasn't what I would visualize myself with as a pet owner. So I'm sad. I'm devastated. So I do what any sad grown man does. And I said, screw it. We're going to Foot Locker. I need shoes. I'm a size 16, so they never really have them in my size, but it's good to shop around so I can see if they're available online. As we're doing that, my girlfriend at the time, my wife, is on Kijiji looking for dogs, and there's a black lab puppy available, 7 weeks. She said there's 2 of them available. I said, do you know if it's a boy or a girl? She said, no, I don't know. I said, doesn't matter. We're going anyways. If it's a boy, we're naming him Kobe Bryant. Because I've always been like a really big Kobe Bryant fan. I'm not one of those fake ones. This is like pre-helicopter incident. So we race out. It's about 45 minutes to get to Quebec. So Quebec is another province, and where the dog's at. And there had been a lot of floods that had transpired and happened that year, and so there was a lot of road closures. And the only place I really knew, and the only place I really know in Gatineau, in the Quebec side, is the McDonald's, like near Portage. So I asked the lady if you knew where the McDonald's near Portage was. She said yeah. So we got there, got out of the car, handed my wife the car keys. I said, here, this is for you. Handed her a big stack of cash. I believe it was like 5,000. Gave her $5,000. Picked up the puppy from the lady. It was a boy. Carried him like this. First thing he did was nuzzle his little face into my beard. When he nuzzled his little face into my beard, I walked away, sat down in the car, didn't ask about the dog, didn't care. Like, I had a good baby boy that I dreamt about, that I wanted. This has happened, and my wife's there with the cash, picking up the bill, and she had no idea what the hell just happened, because she thought I was just, being crazy and impulsive, and she thought like it wouldn't happen. Here we are. She's driving us home, and we got a brand new black lab puppy. Babe, can you bring Kobe up? I want to show the people Kobe. He's cute. He's cute. We got 3 dogs, but Kobe, that's my firstborn. I love him to pieces. He's so sweet. Do you guys have dogs? You like dogs? Yeah. Love me, Kobe. So we're going to have some cake with him after the stream. And every year since we found him at McDonald's, or got him at McDonald's, we always get him some chicken McNuggets. He likes chicken McNuggets. But yeah, I'm excited to celebrate our 4th year anniversary of Kobe in his existence. I love that puppy. And if you are thinking about getting a dog, you can't go wrong with a black lab. They are literally the best. Logan Turpin said, I had a corgi named Zeke. Corgis are very funny. Our neighbor has a corgi. Hi, Kobe. Hi. Yeah, our neighbor has a corgi named Dumpling. Come here. Come here, big guy. Oh, yeah. Oh. All right, guys, this is Kobe. Kobe, say hi. What's this? Yeah, Kobe. Hi. You are the best boy. Who should I draft? Huh? Who should I draft? You big boy. He'll always be a lapdog. He'll always be a lapdog. Who should Daddy draft? Huh? I have no idea, buddy. All right, we're gonna go with Evan Hall. Our team's done. Logan Turpin said after Ezekiel Elliott. I figured. That's a great name. That's a great name. Kobe, you want to know who Daddy drafted? Huh? You want to know who Daddy drafted? Oh, you good boy. So I'll just wrap up the stream by talking about who we drafted. At the quarterback position, we got Justin Fields and Aaron Rodgers. Running back, we went Breece Hall, J.K. Dobbins, James Cook, Damian Harris, Chuba Hubbard, Joshua Kelly, Evan Hull. We went with Garrett Wilson at wide receiver. We got him at a great value. We got the stack with DJ Moore and with Justin Fields, which is my favorite stack this year. We got Quentin Johnston, Cortland Sutton, DJ Chark, Hunter Renfrow, Mecole Hardman to stack up with Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, and Aaron Rodgers, Wan'Dale Robinson, and Chase Claypool. We got Travis Kelce and Chigozie Okonkwo. So yeah, week 13 and week 17 is going to be a tough one for this lineup, but I really, really like it. Logan Turpin says, I'm off here. Talk to you later. I'll be joining more often for sure. We'll see you tomorrow for Friendship Friday, buddy. 8 p.m. Eastern time. Would love to have you in here. Folks, I love you guys. Love you to pieces, but I got to go get some chicken McNuggets for Kobe. Kobe, you excited for some chicken McNuggets? You want to go for a car ride? Yeah, Kobe's excited for chicken McNuggets. Wants to go for a car ride. He's a good boy. He deserves it. 4 years. We'll see you guys tomorrow night, same time, same place. We'll be drafting in the $3 mini for Friendship Friday. Make sure you bring your beverage. If it's a Gatorade, then by all means, bring your Gatorade. But we'll see you guys soon. Love you guys. Thank you for the support. You guys are honestly amazing. Peace.